Welcome back. In this lecture, we'll learn modules. A module is similar to a code library that contains a set of functions or variables of all data types. Example: set, tuple, dictionary, list, arrays, strings, objects. Import the module to reuse those functions within your code or file. Module can have any name but must have the file extension as .py. And we'll cover the following topics: how to use the module using the import keyword, how to use the functions from the module as module name dot function name, and how to use the variables from the module as module name dot variable name, and import only specific functions of a module using from keyword, and rename a module by creating an alias using as keyword, import the built-in modules provided by Python, and use the dir function to list all the functions and variables available in a module. Now let's see the demo. Go to our IDE, PyCharm, our project practice, new Python file, and let's name it helper. Let's add the comment module demo, and this file contains reusable code. File containing reusable code. Now let's create a module, create a function, add and pass the arguments num1 and num2, and print sum of two numbers, and print num1 plus num2. Now in a similar way, let's try to add different functions for subtraction, multiplication and division as well. So let's replace the function name subtraction, and subtraction of two numbers num1 minus num2, and multiplication of two numbers num1 times num2, and the last one division of two numbers num1 divided by num2. So these are our user defined functions, and let's create a dictionary, person dictionary. In the curly braces, let's add name value pair, that is name Jim, age 40, height 5'7", and weight 180. So in this helper file, we created 4 different functions: add, subtraction, multiplication and division, and one person dictionary. Now let's create another Python file and name it module demo. Now let's try to reuse the functions that we created inside helper.py and inside our module.demo. So using module functions or variables demo. Now let's see how we can reuse the functions or variables that we created in helper inside module demo. The first one is how to use the module using import keyword. Now use the import keyword, import and the file name, that is the helper. So that's how we can import a module, by using the import keyword and the file name. That is how we can import the module. The next one is use the functions from the module as module name dot function name. We'll see how we can use all these function inside module demo. Let's pass this comment to the print function so we can see in the console. So we can use the functions from the module helper.py as module name dot function name. The module name is helper dot, the function name is add, and pass the values 10 and 5. So here we are trying to reuse the function from helper. The function name is add, by using the module name helper dot function name. Now let's save it and run. Right click and run module demo. So now we can see sum of two numbers is 15. So when we call this function helper.add, the control comes here and then it tries to print sum of two numbers, and then num1 will be replaced by 10, num2 will be replaced by 5. So that's why we are seeing 10 plus 5, 15 in the console. So similarly, let's call the other functions as well, the remaining three functions: subtraction, multiplication, and the last one, division. Now let's run it. So now we can see 10 minus 5, 10 times 5, 10 divided by 5 is 2.0. So that is how we can call the functions by using module name dot function name. The next one is use the variables. Now we saw how to use functions by using module name dot function name. The next one is how to use the variables from the module as module name dot variable name. So here we created the variable person, that is the dictionary variable. Let's add this comment to the print function so we can see in the console. Now the module name is helper, helper dot, the variable name is dictionary variable, that is person, and let's try to access name. Now let's assign this to a variable name and try to print name. Similarly, we can print the other dictionary elements as well. Person of, we have age, height and weight, age, height, and the last one is weight. So let's try to print these as well. So here we are trying to access the variables from the module helper using module name dot variable name. Now let's save it, Control S, and run module demo. So now we can see Jim 40, 57 and 180 are printed in the console. So we are able to access the variable from helper using helper dot variable name, that is person. The next one is how to import only specific function of a module using from keyword. So here we were able to get all the functions. Now let's see how to import only just one function. Let's add the comment to the print function so we can see in the console, and by using the from keyword, from helper import, let's say we need only one function, that is mul and of 20 comma 10. So here we don't have to use module name dot function name. Here we can directly use function name. We don't have to use the module name, access the function directly, because we are trying to import by using the import keyword and use the only one function using the from keyword. Now let's run it. So now we can see multiplication of two numbers, 20 times 10, 200. So that is how we can import only just one function by using the from keyword, and we don't have to give the module name dot function name. We can directly access the function. The next one is how to rename a module by creating an alias using as keyword. Let's add this comment to the print function so we can see in the console, and import helper as, let's rename it as help. So now we are renaming helper as help, and let's try to access helper dot person of age. Since we renamed helper with help, we can replace the helper with help, and let's try to print this and run it. So now we can see 40 is printed in the age, 40 is printed in the console. So that is how we can rename a module using the as keyword. The next one is how to import the built-in functions provided by Python. Let's add this comment to the print function so we can see in the console. So by using the import keyword, we have a built-in module name called platform. So that's how we can import the built-in module. This is provided by Python, and let's try to use the module name dot. Inside platform module we have a function called system module name dot function name. So this is how we can access the built-in functions provided by Python using the import keyword, and access the function using module name dot function name. Save it and run, and now we can see the platform system is Windows, my machine is Windows, so that's why we are seeing Windows machine. If we run it on Mac, we see it as Mac. The last one is use dir function to list all the functions and variables available in a module. So dir of, let's pass the module name, that is helper, and save it and run. So now we should see all the functions and variables and the built-in functions as well when we run this file. So now we can see built-ins, cached, doc, file, loader, name, package, spec, add, division, multiplication, person, subtraction. So we see all the built-in functions and also the user defined functions, add, subtraction, multiplication and division, and the variable person as well, right? So that's how we can create a module and use the functions and variables inside your own file, that is module demo, right? In the next lecture we'll learn dates. See you in the next lecture.